Do you have a solar system at home, or are you thinking of investing in one? Then you can save even more when you're charging your electric car. Because if your PV system produces more power than your house actually needs on a sunny day, it makes much more sense to use it for your electric car than to feed it back into the grid. I'll explain in this video why that is and how you can make the very best use of your solar surplus to cut costs. Hello and welcome back to the GoE YouTube channel. I'm Amy, and instead of selling your surplus power to your provider for a poor return, you can use it to charge your EV or plug-in hybrid. That's what we call solar surplus charging. Basically, you're charging your EV with whatever's left over once all of your household appliances are already running on solar energy. So if your panels are producing more electricity than your washing machine, your cooker, your dishwasher, and all the other devices in your house together need, the rest can go straight into your car battery. But how does the Wallbox know when the surplus power is available and how much? Well, there are 4 ways. 1, solar surplus charging without any control. 2, solar surplus charging using an API interface. 3, dynamic control with a smart Wallbox. 4, solar surplus charging with an all-in-one system. Let's take a closer look at all 4 options. This is technically the simplest approach, but it's also the least convenient. It requires manual effort and a fair bit of experience. With no control system in place, your Wallbox has no idea how much solar power is available. So you'd need to keep checking if the sun's shining, and you have to manually start and stop charging. In practice, this is really just trial and error. You'd also have to check your meter to see if you're actually exporting to the grid or if your household is already using everything your panels produce. Or you could just leave the charger running and hope that there's plenty of solar finding its way into your battery. But if your car needs more power than the panels are producing at that moment, the rest is automatically pulled from the grid, which means paying for the expensive stuff. So, as you can see, it is a bit of a gamble and not exactly comfortable. Our GoE charger, for example, comes with a local and cloud-based API. This means that the charging current can be controlled by external, pre-programmed integrations such as Monter. To use one of these, you'll also need an energy management system. It detects when surplus solar power is available and automatically tells the Wallbox to adjust its charging output. Tech-savvy users or PV installers could also set this up by themselves without using an external integration, but that does require some programming skills to make sure that the inverter, the energy management system, and the Wallbox can communicate with each other. The third option is dynamic control using a smart Wallbox like the GoE charger, together with an energy management system such as the GoE controller. Here's how it works. The GoE controller measures your solar surplus and makes sure it's efficiently transferred to the car battery, while the GoE charger looks after the charging process itself. They're constantly talking to each other. When there's surplus available, the controller signals the Wallbox and charging ramps up. This way, charging is simple, smart, and cost-effective. You don't need any specialist knowledge. An electrician will just install the GoE controller in your fuse box, set it up, and from then on, it will run automatically according to your preferences. If you've got an AC inverter, the controller can even measure total PV production, not just the surplus. And you can also factor in an AC battery storage system. All your household energy data is shown on the controller's display and in the GoE app in real time. Another handy feature, the GoE controller can switch phases automatically. So if your PV system is producing less than 4.2 kilowatts, the charger switches to single phase charging, unless you've set a higher threshold. This way, it already starts charging at as little as 1.4 kilowatt surplus. That allows much longer charging windows during the day, even if your panels are only producing a small amount of solar energy. For details, check the GoE controller datasheet. The last option is to use an all-in-one solution, where both your PV system and the Wallbox come from the same manufacturer. In this case, the inverter or the smart meter communicates directly with the Wallbox. The downside is that you might lose some of the flexibility and features of a truly smart Wallbox, and these systems can also be a lot more expensive than other options, so you'll need to compare carefully. Okay, let's recap the main advantages. Using solar surplus to charge your electric car reduces how much energy you take from the grid. You'll save money in the long run because grid electricity is more expensive than your self-generated solar. It also makes you less dependent on the grid and energy providers. Thanks to smart control, you don't have to feed your surplus power into the grid at a poor rate. Instead, you can use it to charge your car. And of course, charging your car with renewable energy lowers your carbon footprint. Every kilometer you drive powered by sunshine is a step towards a greener future. I hope this video has been helpful, guys. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments below or visit us at goe.com. You'll find the links in the description. See you next time. Bye for now. Amy from GoE.